Communication by Beastie Boys. Let's talk records. After the bass player of New York City punk band, the Young Aborigines, left the band, singer Michael Diamond, guitarist John Barry, and drummer Kate Schellenbach recruited bass player Adam Yauch to join. Rather than keep going with the same name, Barry suggested Beastie Boys. The band gained popularity playing at the iconic CBGBs, opening for punk legends like Bad Brains, The Misfits, and others, along with fellow up-and-coming punk band The Young and the Useless with lead singer Adam Horovitz. The band released their first EP, Pollywog Stew, in 1982. In that same year, Barry left the group and they got Horovitz to join. Being fans of this new underground, fresh rap scene movement, the group decided to record a rap song called Cookie Puss, which came about as a prank call they made to a Carvel ice cream shop. Cookie Puss was released as a single and it became an underground hit in New York City. Around '84, Beastie Boys approached New York University student Rick Rubin to DJ for them. Soon after, Rubin decided to start his own record label, and with rap producer Russell Simmons, they founded Def Jam Recordings. One of the first releases by Def Jam was the single called Rock Hard by Beastie Boys. As the group was transitioning from punk to rap, they sadly had to let Schellenbach go, a decision they would later regret. Yauch became MCA, Horovitz became At Rock, and Diamond became Mike D. In 1986, Beastie Boys opened for Public Image Limited and toured with Madonna in the US on the Virgin Tour. It was around this time that they got DJ Hurricane to be their new DJ. As they toured supporting Run DMC on their Racing Hell tour, their new single was doing pretty well on the R&B chart. In 1986, Beastie Boys released their debut album, Licensed to Ill, which became a phenomenon, becoming the first rap album to reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 200, ultimately reaching diamond status for selling over 10 million copies. The single You Gotta Fight for Your Right to Party reached #7 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and obviously has become one of the most popular songs of all time. In 1988, Beastie Boys left Def Jam due to financial disagreements. They signed with Capitol Records and released Paul's Boutique in 1989. Although not selling as near as their previous blockbuster album, it has since been called one of the best albums of all time. Beastie Boys then started their own record label, Grand Royal Records, and made good with their former bandmate by signing Kate Schellenbach's new band, Luscious Jackson. Check Your Head came out in 1992. For this album, the group began playing their instruments once again, with Yauch on bass, Horovitz on guitar, and Diamond on drums. They also added who you may call the fourth Beastie Boy, Mark Ramos Nishida, better known as Money Mark, on keyboards. The album was produced by Mary Caldado Jr., who had helped with production on the album before. The group also began to experiment with other styles, like jazz, funk, and even going back to their hardcore punk roots. The album went double platinum in the US. Recordings for the next album began between 1993 and 1994. During the sessions, MC8 began playing this interesting bass line that soon got the attention of his bandmates. They all got together and started coming up with this new song. Sabotage by the Beastie Boys was released first ahead of the album on January 28, 1994. Apparently, the lyrics came about as a joke when Caldado kept insisting that the band stopped goofing off playing on the basketball court, and MCA said that he was trying to sabotage their good time and their work process. The iconic music video was directed by Spike Jonze, and it was inspired by 1970s cop shows like Chips, Starsky and Hutch, Beretta, and others. The song and the video became very popular on MTV, and it has become one of their signature songs. It reached #18 on the Billboard Alternative chart and #15 on the Bubbling Under the 100 chart. Ill Communication by Beastie Boys was released May 31st, 1994 on Grand Royal and Capitol Records. It was produced by Beastie Boys and Mary Caldado Jr. The album was Beastie Boys' second #1 album, debuting at the top of the Billboard Hot 200. The album cover artwork that was chosen was a photograph from 1964 by American photographer Bruce Davidson that was never used, from an assignment by Esquire magazine taken at an LA drive-in diner. The typeface for Ill Communication was hand-drawn by Gibran Evans, who is the son of legendary American artist Jim Evans. It also features artwork inside called Gaia by Alex Gray. The second single, Get It Together, was released on the same day as the album. It features a Tribe Called Quest legendary MC Q-Tip. It prominently samples a cover of Aquarius' Let the Sunshine In by the Moog Machine, as well as Headless Heroes by Eugene McDaniels. The song reached number 1 on the Bubbling Under the Hot 100 chart, number 30 on the R&B chart, and number 43 on the Hot Rap Tracks chart. The third single was Sure Shot, released June 2nd, 1994. By this point, Beastie Boys had completely moved away from the misogynistic frat boy party persona and became more conscious, especially with the way that they spoke about women, and especially with MCA's famous line. It features a loop flute sample of the song Howlin' for Judy by Jeremy Steak. The music video was once again directed by Spike Jonze. Root Down was the fourth and final single. It was released as an EP. It features a sample of Root Down and Get It by legendary jazz musician Jimmy Smith. The EP reached number 50 on the Billboard Hot 200. Ill Communication by Beastie Boys has been certified 3 times platinum.